See what's up. But the bottom line is we talking about Fat Joe, right? So if a lot of people been posting and some people is talking about Fat Joe, Latin King gang member, right? So here's my take on that whole situation. Being, hold up. Bop. Gotta put the headphones on and make sure that this thing is playing. Or should I say, gotta put the okay, so you can hear me. So, Fat Joe, I just want to clarify the whole situation because Fat Joe is known to a lot of people based on this whole rap industry, whatever you want to make of it, right? But it is also known, if you know, you know. If you don't know, then you are the loop, right? He's not a Latin king, Fat Joe. So you could erase that, but does Fat Joe know numerous amount of kings or what have you? Of course he does, but he himself is not king. So I don't know where these dudes got from making this post here or what they trying to get out of it, but sometimes the people nowadays, man, to be perfectly honest with you, any idiot could sit back, get a computer, laptop, what have you, and start posting whatever he wants. He could post you. You get it? And there's absolutely nothing that you could do about it. Fat Joe can't do nothing about even this. This is a video? Oh, yeah. But it's a video with a beat or what have you. It doesn't have no... It doesn't have, like, talking about Fat Joe being king or anything. But they put that, and I guess they put that as something to generate views. Or there's some people or some dude somewhere in Chicago, I know New York City don't, they may look at it like, all right, so if you're in a gang, I don't know why, but people do this. I know people that do this. I know dudes, if they blood, king, whatever they involved in, they consider another individual to be that. Like, yo, that's a bro. No, he's not. Yeah, but he be with the bros or whatever, and they look out for him. Some will look out for him more than they do their actual bros. But Fat Joe, I know this for a fact, is not king. Now, does he know kings? Of course he knows kings. He's been through Chicago. He be with, some of the people that he be with. You get it? I don't want to talk too much, but those of you that know, it's not a secret, right? I, myself, was involved, been involved, however you want to put it, in the almighty Latin King and Queen Nation for over 30 years of my life. So if anybody would know, if Fat Joe is king, it'll be me. He's not king, bro. Period. If you know the whole story, even if you know the like, bro, I'm gonna keep it a stack. Some people be talking on the internet and they don't even know no facts, right? But let's say that you know the story about what happened in the Bronx, right? With blood and that whole situation. It had to do something somewhat with people that do know Joe, right? You know, the 560 crew, the whole crew they had the beef with. All the pictures are on the internet, bro. This is public information. You could look it up. There's blood. There's holes in their jacket. You can see the holes through their body from the gunshot wounds, placa, placa, all types of shit that the Latin Kings went to jail for and are in prison till date, right? Plus, I bumped into numerous amount of people that had told me the same thing. No one needed to tell me because some of my friends and people that I do know be around and been around Terror Squad. They are Terror Squad. This is facts. Like Cuban Links, Tony Sunshine, and so forth. I be on their block. I've met these people. I lived with these people. So you hearing it from somebody that is official. I would like to think so, right? Ping, ping, ping. I may bug out or whatever with people, but that's because we on the internet. See me in real life, the gameplay is not the same, but believe me. But he's not a Latin King, like to be like, yo, Fat Joe is Latin King. No, bro. So y'all gotta stop doing this because you actually doing more harm than good to Fat Joe. Like you involving him with a gang, right? And he's not a gang member. Right now, you know, some people look at him like a straight businessman, which is a good thing. And I'm not here to diss Fat Joe, throw at Fat Joe or nothing. I'm just stating facts when we're talking about something that I go to bed praying to, I wake up praying to, right? All my life since I can remember. And Fat Joe hasn't been a part of none of my prayers. Respectfully, right? So now you probably may want him to be, even if you're king, you may want to believe that somebody told you that, or you see him talking to people, or you seen the video that he made shouting out Kato before Kato died and all that. That was cool, right? When him and DMX made that video, that was cool. But as to be saying and stamping it on the internet, yo, Fat Joe is king. He's not official Latin King member at all, period. Facts. And you're hearing it from a real right king for over 30 years. Facts. So unless somewhere in them 3 decades that I've been king, he's been hiding it. Hold on. Sorry for the interruption. But anyway, he's just not king, bro. And this is not a diss video or nothing. I don't do that. This is just actually I'm helping Joe because people in all these social media platforms I went through and looked today, and it's Fat Joe is Latin King, King Fat Joe. Like, bro, you're bugging, bro. Like, who started doing this? Because it spread it from like recently. And I doubt that Fat Joe wants to implicate himself as being a member of the Latin Kings, because the first thing that happens with this nation, guess who's going to get indicted and sent away for the rest of his life? Right, Fat Joe. So this is only 10 months ago, right? And I put this one, to be honest, because it's the one that has the most proper Fat Joe picture. Facts. So, but look at the comments. Joe was never king. Pun made it. All right. Why Joe on this? Right. This person is right. Why is Joe on this? He was never king. If anything, he was chased out by the kings. This person respectfully knows a little bit about the story. I'm not saying their story is valid. They know about the story, right? I'm just not trying to get all into that because I am an official ALKQN. Facts. So, and only got cool because of Big Pun. But the word out for the crown, so the nation won't light him. Kings, I don't know, King stomped? King stopped out of respect for Pun. Or King stopped out of respect for Pun. Pop, like Latin Kings or Latin Nation. All right, can you do a video on how all of the Stones nations connected with each other? Because it seems I find a new Stone Nation every other time. These people just view anything, and you got to remember, this person is right. Fat Joe ain't no king. He's a 5%er. Let that sink in. Take that with you. Do with that whatever you feel, right? But this is a bad thing. And this page right here is gang culture. Fat Joe ain't never no fucking in no gang, bro. That's a fact. Yeah, and you're blocked, dick. But Fat Joe is not in a gang, bro. Fat Joe is not a gang member. You get it? Facts. If I'm wrong, you can help me out. So I just wanted to clear that up. Fat Joe is not a Latin king. I repeat. Terror Squad, Fat Joe is not a Latin king. Member, Fat Joe, Don Cartagena is not a member of the almighty Latin King and Queen Nation. I promise you. Now, I'm not saying that he don't have family, friends, bros, people that he loves that he doesn't call that are not king. Like, he has that, right? Like, for sure, he has me. I love Fat Joe, right? And if anybody knows me from New York, from the streets, from wherever you know me from, if you know me, you know Warpath, you know what it be with me. Facts. I'll say less. But you can't just bash a dude and put him down like that. And I'm not saying that to say he's a king is putting him down, but you're tarnishing his reputation by implicating him in a nation, right? What? The news, social media, and everywhere else considers it to be a gang, right? So I think one of the worst things to do is label Fat Joe as being part of the Latin Kings. At this point in his career, I don't even think it will ever be a good move for anyone to put him in that. But I don't know, because there's a lot of people that want to destroy Fat Joe's career, right? And probably they feel, let me just start saying he's a Latin king and that'll tarnish his career. Look, bro, to tarnish Fat Joe's career, you're gonna have to do a lot, buddy. You're gonna waste your time. Facts. So my great advice to you is you better off just taking care of your kids, your wife, you heard? Instead of worrying about Fat Joe, is he king or not? Right? Because you heard it here today. Pop, I live in New York City. Facts. In the boroughs. I'm gonna die here. I promise you. I'm outside every day. I've been involved in the nation for over 30 years, homie. Facts. And Fat Joe has always not been that. So if you need to hear it from somebody else, then go ahead, bro. Waste your time. If you heard it here, you're hearing only facts. Because this right here, welcome to the Facts Channel. I promise you. So let's check this out. Let me see what else is popping over here. We got through the Fat Joe. Is he a Latin King gang member or is he not? Stop spreading false statements, whatever you want to call it, that's being spreaded, and it's bad. I think Fat Joe owes me a bag of chips for letting people know that Fat Joe Don Cartagena is not a Latin King gang member. Facts. Send me my bag of chips, Joey. I want it now. So apparently this is what's happening with Fat Joe. Let's check it out real quick.
The rap game is over with. And if Jadakiss and Fat Joe...
Let me tell you something. Before this dude keeps on talking, this dude is always talking about the rap game is over with, this and that. I don't remember when this dude had any input in the rap game, any say-so in the rap game, but I guess he feels that he makes content. So I guess, I don't know, right? Like, content creation is the new hip-hop. It's been hip-hop, right? But for New York City dudes, this guy right here used to be part of New York City. He don't live in New York City. And I'm talking about our boroughs, right? Once you leave our boroughs and you've been gone for 5 years, 6 years, you no longer from New York City, bro. You're from wherever you at. Now, the people or the map that's still labeled as part of New York, you know the fucking deal, bro. You know how us New York City niggas give it up. We don't give a fuck about no map. If you don't live in Brooklyn, if you don't live in Manhattan and a certain part of Manhattan, right? And if you don't live in the Bronx or Queens, you're not New York, bro. That's a fact. I don't care about no maps. I promise you, shorty. What the fuck is wrong with you, buddy? So let's see.
Joe is going to get on a podcast and start running their mouth, start talking about the industry. Because...
Okay, so this is the thing. Fat Joe, Jadakiss start a new podcast. Joe and Jada. Either somebody gave them the money or they doing it. The bottom line is we set this off, Pop, on YouTube. Whoever's been here, even them Pepper kids, you got to give them props. The kids that came on my channel first and then they got a little blast off. You got to give them their props, right? Even though some of them make garbage content, but they were here, right? And they must feel the same way. But then again, I don't know, because some of them are not really considered hip hop. And even though what they may spit or rap, they think they could rap. But we got news for you. Facts. Boom. 6 minutes.
Celebrity means those who are famous. So when you look at, and I know some of y'all don't like it, but content creators is taking over. It's killing. The rap game is over with.
Content creators been took over. Content is the new awoke community. But as the days go by, more and more people are getting their equipment, Pop, right? More and more people is making a podcast. And if you want to learn how to podcast and you want your podcast to take off and you want to know what products to actually buy that are going to work for you, right? And you want to learn how do you post and you want to learn how you put things together, guess what, guys? I built all my computers on my own and I built other computers for people, right? And guess what I didn't know? I didn't know how to build computers. I didn't know nothing about this. but I watched and I'm a good learner, right? So hit me up and I'll be willing to show you exactly what I do. Right? And then you can get to the bag. Facts. And you don't got to worry about nobody else. But if you scared to hit me, like, what am I going to do to you? Bite you through the phone? My phone number is everywhere on this page. In this page, you find my other pages. Hit me up. I'll pull up to your house, to your block, wherever it's at. I pull up. Ask anybody. And we'll talk, or I'll let you come to my block, however you want to do it, bro. Or if you want to talk through the phone, you want to do the stream where I show you how to do it, I tell you what to buy and all that, I'll show you, bro. If you trying me to show you for free, then you got to wait till I got time. If you got bread to spend, I'm going to have all the time in the world. That's a fact. But I'll show you. Facts. Now, you don't got to spend thousands of dollars like I did, right? I just did that because I'm into the content, like in real time. Now, if you trying to see if you want to make content, you don't go buy this Go XLR, because I spent $700 on that. Just on that blue, the little blue lights. I could put the lights any color I want, but I just happen to leave them like that. You don't want to spend $280 on this one little piece. All right? You don't want to spend $180 on this. Like, that's stupid, right? And I could go on, because this is just one cost me over $5,000. These are $300 a piece, the monitors, and that was a budget friendly, right? So I spend some bread. I've spent over 30 G's in tech equipment, and 90% of it that I bought, I don't even use. I have it around to give away. And that's why I get the tech equipment. I make a video on Tech for Rec, TEK, the number 4, REK, here on YouTube. And once the video goes up, I give that equipment away. Brand new. I promise you. Right? If you haven't gotten none of the equipment, it's because you're not tuned into the channel. But a lot of people are wrong. It's just the bottom line is podcasting is taking over. Thanks a lot for hitting the like button. For those of you that hit like, show your appreciation. Hit the like button, share the video, subscribe, become a member, so that you could tune in every day and get things that are gonna address your stressful problem. Thanks a lot, bro. I see you guys hitting that like. Thank you. Subscribe, become a member, hit like, and be polite, and enjoy the medicine. Yo, what's up, boy? Yo, Breeze, what up, Breeze Shooter? Breeze Shooter in the building. Okay, that's my... you know what? Sorry, guy. I keep forgetting every time that you comment. I've been confusing you with somebody else. So I apologize if I ever said anything or whatever. I confused you with somebody else. And that's Breeze Shooter. I did an interview with you, right? But I was talking about the almighty Latin King and Queen Nation. Talking about Rikers Island. Talked about when I stabbed homeboy, the few bodies I caught. Talked about it, everything, right? Yes. Okay. Thanks. So that was you. I told you when I killed that lady because she took my goat. Yeah, that was you. At the radio station. That's a fact. Thanks a lot, buddy. I appreciate you, bro. Radio station. Radio station. That's the guy from the radio station. That's Breezy Shooter. Breezy Shooter, baby, in the building. Yeah. Yeah, so Breezy Shooter is a great guy and a great sport. So Breezy Shooter, they actually own a radio station or show or what have you, right? But these guys are actually from my neighborhood. I think something like that, right? Yo, do you live on 44th Street? Nah. They from Sunset Park, if I'm not mistaken. So that was an awesome thing. I didn't know they was from Sunset Park. I never seen the nigga a day in my life. But let me tell you the truth. Everybody looks like a Breezy Shooter in my neighborhood. Yo, everybody looks like a Breezy Shooter. Pa, 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 pa. Oh my God, tiroteo en la quinta. That's he's put facts. Anyone can be a Latin king. It takes a real man to stand on his own. Yo, you know what? My guy, anyone could be a Latin king. It takes a real man to stand on his own. Yo, you a man, right? You a man? You never became a Latin king. You're a man, right? I bet you're the biggest penco on this podcast, bro. Talking all that shit. You heard? Always be a penco. I didn't have to join nothing. Yeah, nigga, you pussy. But anyway, my guy, look. Wait, you can look. My bad. That's how you get blocked, my nigga. You heard? Holla back, though, my dude. Angel, you heard? We'll let you out after these messages. You heard? Yo, Pelavicho. Sorry, Taco Bell, but you fell. Ping, ping, ping. Nobody talks about fundamental. Somebody should have told him, bro. No, don't say nothing disrespectful to him. Because even if it's not disrespectful, but it drops like a few vowels of fucking insecto moves, I block you, bro. Like I don't come here for subscribers, bro. I get subs every day. I get hundreds of subs, bro. I promise you. I love it when people leave. So if you want to leave, right now is the time. I promise you that 10 people leave and YouTube gives me 100 and something more that minute. Ping. Bro, number 2 is, this is not my only channel, you fucking, you nut. I have numerous amount of YouTube channels, bro. Facts. With my face, with my videos, with getting to the money and all that, boy. Facts. You fucked up, boy. You heard? But what Hassan is saying here is kind of right. And if anyone knows YouTube, it's me. So if you're trying to learn YouTube, I tell people, right? I told this one guy, this is a fact. He said, yo, what? How much I got to give you so I can learn YouTube? I said, you mean learn like what? Put up a video? You can't put up a video. Anybody could put up a video. He said, nah, but to learn how to make a video and make that video pop, he was smart, right? I said, give me $5,000. Bob, give, bro. He gave it to me quick. I bet you the first video he posted, though, he got thousands of views. He got thousands of subs. And I still see people that started way before him, and they got the same amount of subs. Their sub count has never changed. Like, I can make my sub count change anytime that I want to. If I want to, in less than 30 days, I'll have this channel up at 30,000, 40,000 plus subs. This is undisputed facts. All I have to do is post. But whoever knows me knows I have a problem with that. Right? But I have news for you. Psych! This month, you will be fucked. But I'm not going to fuck you. I'm not going to do that. Sorry, guys. Sorry, YouTube, for cursing, but these guys love it. Oh, my God. Let's see what this kid has to say. He cursed, and I just answered him. So sorry, YouTube. Sorry, YouTube. Sorry, YouTube. Yo.